right, guys, let's look at the fourth student task statement called Seagulls and Sharks again. All right, so here's this diagram that we see right here. We see the seagull and we see the shark. All right, so it says a seagull has a vertical position A and the shark has a vertical position B. It says draw and label a point on the vertical axis to show the vertical position of each new animal. All right. So it said the dragonfly is at D, where D will be equal to negative B. Now, I'm not sure if you guys remember this from the table when we was completing the table. I said that when we had a variable that was negative, it's technically telling us that the value is the opposite of what this value is. So D would be the opposite of value B. So when I go look at value B, I see, well, it's below 0, which means that B would be a negative number. So the opposite of B would be a positive number, the same distance away from 0, and this would be D. Okay, this would be D. All right, now this is just the estimate, guys. It doesn't have to be exact. I mean, you want it to be, kind of to where like close, like an educated estimate, but you don't want it to be like, I don't know, don't stress yourself, okay? So, needless to say, number 1 is going to be in red, all right? Now, let's look at number 2, which I'm going to do number 2 in blue. It says a jellyfish at J, where J is equal to 2 times B. So, the value of B, hold on, wait till the motorcycle passed by, but the value of B, J would be twice the amount as B. So, if B is 1, right? Let's just, B is 1. Then J would be 2, so it would be okay right here. Because it's twice. So this would be J. Okay? All right. Moving on to the third one. It says an eagle at E, where E is 1/4 of A. E is 1/4 of A. Okay? So let's go see where A is at. A is the seagull. Okay? So E is 1/4 of that. All right. So E would be close to D, but not that close. Okay. 1/4 of A, and that would be E. Okay. And like I said, guys, these are just estimates, guys. If I would have saw a student put E above A, I would have been like, oh no, that's definitely wrong. Okay. So these are just educated estimates. All right. Let's use yellow for the clownfish, where it says C is equal to negative A divided by 2. So C is equal to the opposite of A. Okay. So the opposite of A divided by 2. Okay, so if A is, 4 and is divided by 2, then -4 at that, it will be position right here, somewhere right here. Okay, annotate that in yellow. Okay, so A will be the opposite. First of all, the opposite, then the opposite right here, which would be, so let me bring this down because I kind of feel like I didn't do that good of a job to explain it. All right. So if we had to make A be the opposite, it'll have to be the opposite, and then we'll have to divide it by 2, and if we divide it by 2, it'll land right here. Okay, so hopefully that, better helps you guys. All right, now let's pick a new color, which I'll pick, purple. All right, for the next one, I forgot the label C is C. Write this down. C. And then the next one for this one, okay, purple. All right, so for the next one, which is V, all right. So V is you add A and B together. You add A and B together. Now with this one, we don't know what we don't know with, what's the value of A or B. But if we look at A and B, and I'm going to zoom out a bit so you can see, A seems to be further away from 0 than B, which means that my answer will be positive, but it will be less than A because B, you still got to take away the value of B. So I'll position, and let's see what variable was at, V, somewhere along the lines of right here, because I still need to take away B, but we know that the answer would be positive. Okay. Now let's move on to the next one, and the last one I'll annotate in orange. All right. So it says a goose at G, where G is equal to A minus B. Okay. So if you notice, B is below 0, which means the value of B is already negative. The value of B is already negative. So if I was to plug this in, it would be A minus, and the B is already negative. So the value of B, which let's say A is 1, all right, and B is equal to negative 1, or A is 2, okay? And like I said, I'm just using this as the example to show you guys. So it would be 2 minus negative 1, okay? Now, I want to add them together because I need to apply the additive inverse, which is 2 plus 1, which would be 3. So actually, G is going to be greater than A because we're taking away that negative number. So we're going to put G at the above A because it would actually be greater. We'll have to actually add that value of B to A. All right. So if you guys did not understand this student task statement, please make sure you refer to your manager's Google Meet session, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's lesson. Bye, guys.